Welcome back to a brand new episode of my Let's Play Survival series. So today we're starting things off in my flat test world, where I can fly and basically have all the power in the universe! The only trouble is, what is power if you have nothing and no one to rule over? So, instead of exploiting my powers, I'm just going to test build my above ocean base by starting to make this giant circle. So I have 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, I think 2. Well, obviously that worked out pretty well. I mean, I failed at my first circle, I'm not gonna lie, but this looks pretty good. I already have one of my 4 arches, which are going to stick out. Okay, let's go. And these are the 4 arches. Now, I think this can be considered a mega base, which is actually going to be my first if you don't consider the house from previous episode. And this is what happens if you enlighten one of the arches with steel lanterns, which is something I don't have in my survival world at the moment. But this is going to look good. Now, you are allowed to laugh. This is my first attempt at building a sphere. And to be honest, it's not really spherish. It's more like square with depth or something. This was in fact harder than I expected, so I'm going to need a YouTube tutorial for this. But for now my ideas are pretty clear to me as to what I need to build in my survival world, so I'm going to leave this test environment and see if I can build this for real. Yeah. Now while logging back in, I was struck with a chance to get a trident. Because there's a drowned here, holding a trident, and he somehow got himself stuck there. So, he doesn't hit me. Okay, he does hit me. That's too bad, but I think I can kill him from under here. Yes. Okay, that worked. I don't think he dropped his trident though, but isn't it weird that in Java when you slay a drowned and he already threw 2 tridents, you just can't pick them up? I mean, I can touch them, I can barely taste and sniff them, but I can't pick them up. And that's exactly why tridents are so rare in Java survival. Because they're all around, but you just can't pick them up unless they actually drop them as a mob drop. Similar to rotten meat. But for now, if I were to stand under here and release it like that, I would take damage, so there actually is a trident over there. I'm just not allowed to pick them up. Now this one is strangely flying. Okay, now he is there with the other one. And I'll just have to look at them, see, and conclude that I actually can't pick them up. How boring is that? I really want a trident. They're right there, but I can't pick them up. Now the little AFK bamboo farm I built last episode really paid off. I have actually a lot of bamboo, meaning I can craft my scaffolding now. I only have 32 strings, so that should be 3 stacks of scaffolding, right? 6 per... yeah. Yes, I have 3 stacks. Great. Okay, let's get some of the first white concrete and take it with me. Let's throw some cobble with that. And then we can actually go to the spot where I marked to start my above ocean base. Now I marked it with a single piece of cobble and lighted it with torches. And it should be somewhere over there. Yes, there it is. So that's going to be my middle. And I think this needs to be 2 by 2. Like this. Okay, let's make sure I can get on top of it. Oh, there's another drowned. Yeah. Now I've gone back to my testing world because I wasn't sure how to start out from the middle. So what I did was I marked the middle so I can count how far the sides will be, starting counting from the middle. So this is the middle, and then let's count the blocks. This being 0, starting to count on from now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Okay, let's recount one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, good. 21 it is. Back to the survival world. So this is the center platform. Let's remove that one. No, that wasn't good. I need to be able to get up here. Okay, let's go. Pick a direction. This should do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, now I can start building up from here, because I don't want it to come in contact with the surface of the ocean. Let's make sure I can climb up here as well. And let's build up somewhat. Don't have to count this, this can be completely random. I think I'm alright now. Okay. White concrete, and this is going to be the base level. Now, I had to start with 4. Continued by another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go on to 3. 1, 2, 3, another 3, and then 2, another 2, now 2 on the opposite side direction. 1, 2, now back to 3, and another 3, and then 3 times 4 again. 4, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. And I can see I am not going alright into the middle. This isn't good. Now I fixed it. It wasn't the counting that went wrong. It was just how diagonal the blocks are from each other. Now onto a little trick I can show you. If you need to place a block diagonally, you can put a temporary block, but you can also use a torch like this. It's way easier to do it like that. Now I figured you guys wouldn't want to hear me counting all the time, so I put in this little fast forward, and during this little fast forward I can talk to you about the sphere design I've chosen to use, which is provided by the YouTuber Uniboy. I will put a link in the description, but he basically made a sphere with a diameter of 29 blocks, and it looks very wide but also very round, very spherish. So I'm going to use that design. I hope you like it, and you will see where we'll start off later. And we're out of blocks. Let's go to the underwater base real quick, and on to the last quarter of the circle. 4. And the last blocks. Make it full circle. Nice. Let's make a little platform where we can sleep on. Because the last things we would want is that we are working way up high and some phantoms punch me down where I need to climb all the way back up again. Now I'm happy about these arches, but they should be a little wider. Looks perfect. So I just marked the starting points of my first arch, and I'm ready to build up. Now I'm wondering, are you guys experienced with building mega bases? And if so, What kind of mega base did you build? Was it like super symmetrical or like not at all? What materials did you use? And when do you consider something a mega base? I mean, what I'm building right now is obviously bigger than the house I showed you in episode 0, but I already consider that a mega base. But I think this one definitely tops that. And after repeating what I just did 8 times in a row, we have all of the arches out, meaning we can fill in these blocks. And this is where the scaffolding comes in handy, because how else would I be able to easily climb all the way up here without taking full damage or any other kinds of damage? It's just that I forgot to light it up, so now mobs are spawning. And I just finished up filling in all the glass for the first arch. But it made me realize I don't have enough glass, meaning only one thing. Yep, I am shoveling sand again, only this time it's going so much faster because of the way better shovel I use. Now while all my sand is melting, I can work on the center point. Now I want you to take a real good look at the screen. You really like my videos. You really want to subscribe and like. You want to follow Luth. Well, wasn't that a little bit wacky? I don't know what happened. Now I've placed just 4 source blocks of water and sealed it off with glass. Now let's turn the rest into source blocks as well. Now let's first mark the spot. So I will use doors. This will also help me breathing between times. And we're going to use kelp to convert all the water blocks into water source blocks. I will show you how to do that in a bit. So let's get the kelp ready and start placing the first 4 kelp blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can go kelp stacking all the way up like this. And then we're going to speed up the process, because basically what you gotta do is make sure these 4 kelp rows make it all the way to the top. That's just 1 of 4, and once we've done that with all 4, we can go all the way back down to the bottom and break the lowest kelp block, breaking them all and somehow turning all of the water streams into source blocks, meaning we can make a bubble stream. So this is the 4th one, and then we get all the way down again. And now we've come to the best part, breaking it. I just love the sound of breaking kelp blocks. Now we removed the 4 sand blocks below and replaced them with soul sand, and that activates the bubble stream up, meaning we can enter it and go all the way up in no time, basically making my scaffolding useless. Yes, and so it has started. I have started to construct the sphere, in which I need to mark a big cross at first to mark the diameter. And once you've marked the diameter, you need to make some sort of crosses by all ends, getting it 7 in total. So 1, 2, 3, and the middle block needs to be white concrete as well, having 7 blocks in a row. Now I need to get on top of there. 1, 2, 3, and now I need to get it below, meaning I need water. Wow! Oh, that's scary, but so awesome that you can just jump down and nothing happens. Now swim to the bubble stream, and we're up in no time again. I really love that I already finished the bubble stream. Now I have my bucket of water, which I can place strategically on the cobble, so I can place blocks down. I just have to go into this water stream, and 1, 2, 3. That's it. And once you finish the crosses on all sides, you have to connect them to each other while forming the shape of a sphere. Now, how to count this is all explained in the YouTube tutorial. I will put a link in the description. But let's check the result later. And now we have the outline of the sphere by having connected all of the crosses. Now we can actually walk past every part of the sphere and work on the different parts. Now to all the outsides of the sphere I need to make like the first platform, meaning this cross needs to become more or less a platform by filling it in and having it look almost like a circle. Now we're going to do the water trick again, because it will greatly help in building beneath it. Just 1, 2, 3 and 2 to the sides. And I almost fell down again. 1, 2, and like these side pieces. 1, 2, marking the first platform of one of the outsides. Now just repeat for the rest. And then it looks something just like this. So we have a little bit more sphere. Now following the tutorial of Uniboy, I have already set the second layer, making it looking like a sphere even more. Onto the third layer. Now unfortunately I've run out of white concrete before I could even finish the third layer, meaning I'm nowhere near completion of the sphere, but we gotta stop. Luckily, I just found 7.5 more stacks of gravel, and my ovens are still running the sand, and I still have white dye. So let's get 7.5 stacks from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5, joined by the white dye. Should make plenty of white concrete powder, meaning I might be able to finish it after all. Oh yeah, that's quite an amount. I think I can finish it. Good. Let's put back the rest. And turn the powder into solid white concrete again. And fast enough, it helped me finish the third layer of the sphere. Moving on to the last couple of layers. Now after the fourth layer, I'm already able to get to the final layer. So that's actually pretty fast. Now let's do the torch trick again. And let's see if this turns it into more of a sphere. Because at the moment I think it's very squarey. Not too round at all, so I wonder if these last layers will actually help make it look more round and spherical. I hope so. Well, I'm not finished yet, but just look at this. This is almost done. It looks great. And now we have one last hole to fill up. And once it's done, then the entire sphere is done. Now for this I do use temporary blocks instead of torches, because I am kinda long run on torches, and it would light up the outside of the sphere completely, which isn't completely necessary, I think. So instead I use these temporary cobble blocks, but this should look just as nice. I just have to make sure I remove all of them, but so far so good. And for the last one, I obviously can't mine away the last block of cobble, so I will use a torch like this. Getting me the last block of concrete. Now I can light this up. And I'm entirely inside my completed sphere. And sphere 1 is done. Just 3 more to go. Now this is going to be the sphere of my gold experience farm. With a lot of zombie pigmen. Oh wow. It's the first time I'm seeing the completed outside of it. And it's totally a round sphere. I'm so glad I followed this tutorial instead of trying it on my own like in my testing world. And it's time to end my video. Now, what better way to do it with the just built sphere in the background. So for the next episode I will try to start up my gold experience zombie pigman farm. So I hope you liked my video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe so you'll get notified once I upload again.